each other through this ever-changing weather. Explore every bend of the road together. An open heart when your world is a mess. That's the only kind of love, the only kind of love. No need for presents or a fancy dress. That's the only kind of love, the only kind of love I need. Ooh, ooh, walk with me, leave your troubles behind you. Oh, let me carry them until we know what to do. Hey, we can talk for hours, take a shower, then watch TV. Move to the west or spend the rest of our lives on the sea. An open heart when your world is a mess. That's the only kind of love, the only kind of love. No need for presents or a fancy dress. That's the only kind of love I need. Oh, you have shown me so much already. The signs on many roads. May I give you my love now? An open heart when your world is a mess. That's the only kind of love, the only kind of love. No need for presents or a fancy dress. That's the only kind of love I need. Yeah. Ooh, walk with me, lead the way, I will follow. Right, people, just arrived here at the Fourknocks. It's called a passage tomb, people. That's 5,000 years old, older than the pyramids of Egypt. And would you believe me if I told you this place is also only about 12, maybe 13, 14 miles, 14 miles max from where I live, right? So I'd be up here really in my car if I came more direct in about 15 minutes, and there's a passage tomb that's 5,000 years old, older than the pyramids of Egypt. Let's go in, people, and have a look at this. Stay tuned. Modern farm machinery, my friends, and a 5,000-year-old passage tomb. Now people, as you can see, it's very dark inside and the GoPro is useless in low light, right? I use a light in my phone, which was crap. I have a special little light that I put on top of the GoPro, and you would have seen a lot more. But wow, you see like the markings on the stones in there. So somebody or people put the markings on those stones 5,000 years ago. Isn't it incredible, isn't it? And look at the views you have here. See here again, now I'm looking north here, right? All this land is north. I can actually see the Moran Mountains from here, the Cooley and Moran Mountains, which is up towards Northern Ireland there, my friends, right? I have videos from up that direction, Carlingford actually, up that direction, my friends, right? Yeah, a burial chamber. You see there's little individual little chambers there inside that mound where they obviously bury the bones of the dead or whatever, right? From way back to 5,000 years ago. And this is only, as I said to you, about a 15-minute drive from where I live. Right here, people, is only about 15 minutes away from Bedlam, from the east coast, and mad traffic and suburbia, right? And you have this beautiful countryside surrounded by a cornfield here, look. And this 5,000-year-old magnificent monument, burial chamber. Incredible stuff, my friends. I'll just read some stuff here for you, right? Right, so it's saying, Fourknocks Passage Tomb. Passage tombs in Ireland were built by groups of farming people between 3000 BC and 2500 BC, just before the introduction of metal. They normally consist of a communal burial chamber reached by a long passage and contained within a round mound of earth and smaller stones. Often the larger stones which define the chambers, passages or perimeters of the mounds are decorated with abstract art. Fourknocks has a short passage leading into a very wide pear-shaped chamber which originally had a wooden roof supported on a central pole. 3 smaller recesses open off this chamber. In the passage and recesses, archaeologists found more than 65 burials of adults and children, both cremated and unburnt, accompanied by decorated pottery vessels and personal ornaments, including pendants and beads. Just inside the chamber to the left of the entrance is the only definite representation of a human face we know from this period. Hi. Oh, isn't that amazing, isn't it? So it's the only passage tomb they found that has a depiction on one of the stones inside of a human face, found in Ireland, my friends. Incredible stuff, isn't it? And look, people, out there between the gap in the hedges there is the Irish Sea. Very windy, people, up here on top of the mound. But look, look at the 360 views you have here. As I said, look how significant that this passage tomb is, right? From here, as I said, I'm looking straight across that direction there towards the Cooley Peninsula in Ireland, in County Louth, and the Moran Mountains in Northern Ireland, right? And if I turn around this way, I'm looking south. And over there, people, I'm looking at the Dublin and Wicklow Mountains in that direction down there. So I'm looking south there now, and I can see a plane taking off at Dublin Airport. So yeah, so I'm looking south there, southeast actually there. I can see Howth Peninsula in the distance there as well, right? So yeah, this is in County Meath, my friends. This county that I live in, County Meath, is known as the Royal County, you know what I mean? Because of all the high kings, you know, the Hill of Tara, you got the Hill of Ushnick, you have the whole Boyne Valley, and then you have all these fantastic passage tombs. The most significant, the most famous one is Newgrange, of course. That's really famous all over the world, my friends. So there you go. You're after getting to see a nice little walk around a village called Ardcath and a passage tomb in County Meath, not too far really from where I live. That's 5,000 years old, older than the pyramids of Egypt, my friend. Isn't that fantastic? See, that's what you get, people, when you come onto my channel, you know. Stay tuned, my friends, and subscribe. Okay? Right. And people, from this passage tomb here, right? Remember I was just saying about the Dublin mountains here, right? Wicklow mountains. I can actually see the Sugarloaf mountain in County Wicklow, right across the hills over there. That's a fair distance away now, you know what I mean? And I can see it from here. So that's what I'm saying. Look at the significance of where this passage tomb is. And the vantage point you have, a 360 vantage point all around. As I said, you can see all the way back into Northern Ireland and the Mourne Mountains to the northeast. And you can see the Wicklow Mountains to the south here. And the Sugarloaf Mountain, I've climbed that mountain 5 times. It's not that hard to climb. And if you ever go down there, people, in Wicklow, climb that mountain for a fantastic view. I'm telling you, people, fantastic. Right, I think, people, it's time now to go for a nice cup of tea somewhere. Isn't that right? So stay tuned, my friends, and we'll stop somewhere for a nice cup of tea on the way home. Ah, this is just lovely here. Lovely breeze, a little bit nippy, but it's lovely. In the month of April, and April showers, my friends. Oh, look at this. Look, see these fields here? Imagine now if I come up here in the month of August, early August, maybe July, August. These fields be just golden colour with the barley or wheat that be in them here. Ah, amazing. Yeah, we have a beautiful country here, my friends, in Ireland. A beautiful country. People, you're not going to believe this, right? This is mad. The car just behind me there, it's a Ford car, and it's a husband and wife. He's got a beard. And he's after saying to me, hello, he says, you're the YouTube man, he says. I says, yeah, I do YouTube. Yeah, he says, I've seen your videos. He says, I've seen your videos, he says, from, you done one, not say, of Carlingford and Meath. And he says, you done one from Annagassan. We watch your videos. He sounds American, you know. So there you go, isn't it mad? You know, like I only have, what, 2,500 subscribers. So he recognised me, they recognise me from the videos, right? Yeah, that's the first time I've met them, you know what I mean? It's a funny feeling, I have to say. Imagine what it must be like to be super famous. It'd be horrible, wouldn't it? Like everywhere you go, someone recognises you, you know what I mean? And yeah, so there you go. That's another person that recognised me there. That's amazing, isn't it? Right, people, let's go forward here now and we'll end the video with a nice cup of tea somewhere. Okay, so stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. going to check here, people. It's saying free range eggs, right? I'll just park here for a second. Shouldn't be anything coming, I hope. Let's just go back and check this. See, is there any eggs in this? Right. Stay tuned. I wonder how does this work? Is this kind of like an honesty thing or something? You know what I mean? Like, obviously you have to pay for the eggs, right? Let's just check this, my friends, and see how this works. It's the saying in stock, free range eggs, right? Okay. Then what do you do then? Oh, you have to ring. Right, okay. Recommended price for 6 eggs is $2.50. Thank you. So, where's the eggs then? No, there's no eggs in it. Today. Oh, look, so that's what you do. You put the money in there. You see that? Right. That's a great idea, isn't it? But there's no eggs in it. So €2.50 for 6 eggs. I wonder how much would those 6 eggs cost in Donald Trump land. They're all going mad over the price of eggs in America. Anyway. Right, we're not too far away now, people, from a cup of tea. So stay tuned.
Somewhere along the way, somehow we ended up at a crossroad and we got lost. Somewhere you chose to go left, while I turned the other way, and you got lost. Want you to know, for all I know, even if the road ahead is long and winding, even if the road behind us left you crying, even if the tears come streaming down your face, it's gonna be okay. Take a walk and I join you. Just leave a trace and I follow. Make a wish and I make it come true. For all I know, even if the road ahead is long and winding, even if the road behind us left you crying, even if the tears come streaming down your face, it's gonna be okay. What if you turn around and look at me? Then you'll see my love's for real. you're wishing I make it come true. Want you to know you'll be okay. For all I know.
Right people, welcome to Elmgrove Farm here and Flower Shop, right? In Gormastown in County Meath. So again, I'm not too far from home here, about 4 miles from home, right? Now this farm is owned, if anybody follows the farming channel on RTE TV, this farm is owned by one of the presenters, or maybe it's his father. I don't know if his father's alive, or no, Darren McCullough. So yeah, this belongs to, this is the farm that Darren McCullough lives in, right? So let's go over here, people, and we'll get a cup of tea for sure, right? And if not a cup of tea, we'll get a latte, okay? So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. So you see, the whole section here where you can buy flowers as well and plants. Pretty cool, isn't it? Gluten-free stuff there. Yeah, people, so I got the paper cup of tea here, and I got a packet of crisps. They're called Donald's, right? This is kind of a little lean-to here. Now, I would prefer, I love going inside in cafes, you know what I mean? But this must be lovely, definitely, when it gets warmer in the summertime, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. So this is the farm. Actually, that's that man now, Darren McCullough, from that farm channel on RTE TV called The Ear to the Ground, right? Oh, this is cool, my friends, this is cool. You just can't beat a nice paper cup of tea. Ah, yeah. Stay tuned, my friends. Right, people, I'll just read this story about this farm, Elmgrove Farm, right? It says our story, right? So the McCullough family started farming at Elmgrove when Pat moved from his birthplace in Monasterbice to the farm in 1945. So that'd be the end of the Second World War, wouldn't it? He developed one of the finest pedigree dairy herds in the northeast, winning many prizes at Ireland's premier agricultural show in the RDS. Pat combined his passion for breeding livestock with various cropping enterprises that at one stage even produced gladiola flowers for the Dublin market in the 1970s. Pat's son Eamon inherited his father's interest in farming and went on to develop many innovations on the farm during his career, including the largest onion farm in Ireland and a daffodil business in late 1990s. Along the way, he married Eileen Scanlon, whose parents also farmed in North County Dublin. Eileen's father, Eugene, is pictured demonstrating one of the first Fergusons to be sold in the area from his garage in Balbriggan. Dara is the third generation of McCulloughs to take on the farm and has developed it into Ireland's leading cut flower grower and distributor, with over 12 million stems harvested annually in fields along the Meath coast. Dairy and cereals are still part of the mix at Elmgrove, alongside the ongoing development of the farm's retail business. Right, people, I hope you enjoyed that little trip, not too far from my home, in that beautiful little picturesque farming village, you want to call it, Ardcath in County Meath, the 5,000-year-old Passage Tomb, and here at Elmgrove Farm Shop, owned by Darren McCullough, one of the presenters of Ear to the Ground on RTE. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it, my friends. I'm after enjoying that little trip around, so I did. That was a nice little spin. Right people, as usual, no, sorry. If you like the video, please press the like, right? And if you're new to the channel, please press subscribe, it's free. And as usual, my friends, I've absolutely no idea of where my next video is going to come from, but it's going to come from somewhere, so stay tuned. Always uploaded on a Sunday evening after 5 p.m, right? So take care, my friends, and keep safe. Always keep safe, okay? Bye.